So what is up, guys? It's Mega and welcome back to yet another video. Today, guys, I'm reporting on my results and basically the deck we took to Nationals. So I ended all of Nationals with there were 8 rounds in total. 10 rounds in total. I finished 6-4. At one stage, I was actually 5-1 with Numerons. Absolutely crazy. It was mad, and everyone was really confused that Numeron was 5-1 at one stage, but it is what it was. I did finish 165, so I was like less than 40 places from top 128, which I will take to say that we were playing Numerons. I didn't see a single Sword Soul player all week. I didn't lose to a single Despia player, but I lost 2 times out of 2-1 from Punk Adventure. I beat one of them, but I lost 2. So, it is what it is. Punk Adventure just seems to be the better one out of all 3 of them. So, without any further ado, let's get into the deck profile, boys. And by the way, Rosie is back. Cheers for the follow, man. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so Sakiwanov is Banker Tops, go second card. What more can you say for? Then we've got 3 copies of Planet Pathfinder and 3 copies of Numeron Wall. Basically, these are just 6 ways to get to Numeron Network. Pathfinder can search out mine as well. Really handy. Pathfinder does play into Nibiru while Wall doesn't. I didn't see a Nibiru all weekend, so that's actually pretty cool. Also, Numeron Wall cannot be ashed because it activates from deck like Demise of the Lands, so you know your opponent can get ripped when they try and ash you. Then we are running 2 Lava Golems, another go 2 second card. Lava Golem came in clutch. A lot of people said they were seeing Lava Golem. This was my absolute ace in the hole versus Punk Adventure, because you just linked off Baron and Halka Fibrax, they couldn't play, and you just OTK them. And this is also a small world target to get into Numeron Wall. Hand traps, we're running 3 Ash, 3 Effect Veiler. We are running another hand trap, but I'll get to that in a bit. Again, both of these are small world targets. I believe all of our monsters that we're running, apart from Pankatops, basically equals Numeron Wall or Planet Pathfinder for small world, so you were able to get Numeron Wall. I was able to get Numeron Network. It's really, really great how good Small World is in the deck, and also they're just all generic hand traps. Hits every deck, near enough. Then spells, we're running 3 more copies of Numeron Network, and 3 more, and 3 Calling. The reason why we played 3 Calling was because Ghost Ogre is a card I hate. Surprisingly, I only saw one person only Ghost Ogre Numeron Network. No one else played it. I got debarried more than I got Ghost Ogre, so maybe going forward we can cut Calling back down to 2, because it seems people are running more debarrier than are playing Calling, but we didn't anticipate that, so it is what it is. Bad meta chat, I suppose. So far we're at 9 copies of Calling. Then we have got copies of Network, I should say. Then we've got 1 Terraforming, 3 Small World. These, again, 3 more copies of Numeron Network and another copy of Numeron Network / Mystic Mine. I think overall we have 3, 6, 9, 12. We have 13 ways to get Numeron Wall from deck to... we have 13 ways to get our Numeron Network from deck to hand. So basically that's the way we kill players, and we run 13 ways. So in a 42 card deck, I'll take it. 1 Mystic Mine, 3 Salesman. Now, going forward, I think I'll take Salesman out and put in Cross Out Designator and run 1 single copy of D-Barrier so I can cross out Designator D-Barrier. Because Salesman, it didn't really come up. Like, the only time it really came up was when I played Mystic Mine against a Despia player game 2, and Salesman called Mystic Mine, and he absolutely blew his mind because he realised my mine was then permanent, and it doesn't matter if he summoned a monster, he wouldn't be able to play. So yeah, in future I might take this out for Cross Out Designator, but for now I played 3 Salesman, and it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. Harpy's Feather Duster, Saki 1-off to blow up back row. 3 droplets, triple Lightning Storm. Power cards, go second, negate board, blow up back row, blow up monsters. Need we say more? Realistically. Then last 6 cards was 3 Imperm. These are the other hand traps. I should have put them in earlier, but I couldn't really be bothered. So we run 9 hand traps, all are generic, then 3 evenly match. I did borrow evenly match from a friend. I had to give them back at the end of the Nationals. So these are basically the evenly matches. But I don't own them. I had to borrow them. So yeah, 3 evenly matches. So you might think evenly match in Numeron. It's a bit weird. At the end of the day, I am quite comfortable breaking boards with like evenly match, especially against Eldritch. I bullied an Eldritch player because I evenly matched him 3 times in one duel. Like in game 1. I even matched him three times in game 1. It was absolutely hilarious. Basically, I'm more than happy to just break a board and then just play Numeron Network and summon the boys and end on a link while their board's broken because they don't really have a lot of recurrence. So, yeah, I'm still happy with evenly matched. I would not side it out for anything. It was really, really cool. It came up a lot this weekend, especially against like brave players, because if you evenly match when they've got a token on the field, they have to go down all the way to the token. So it was really a fun way to nuke a lot of boards. Extra deck guys, we were playing 1 Shunya, mandatory in Numerons. It actually came up a few times to banish monster effects, monsters on the board. Your opponent's got like a lot of monsters on the field, just banish him, have a nice day. Then we've got 2 each of the Numeron gates, 2 Acom, 2 Devay, 2 Katari, 2 Tree. You don't need to run 3. 2 was more than enough. I never had to summon 3 gates. If I had the 3rd gate, I would have won. I've never been in that situation. So they all share the same effect of yet double. Need I say more? Then links, we are running Appaloosa, Mech Knight, Avamax, Megaclops, Underworld Goddess, Skull Dread. Now, I am running a Link Karibo. Kind of forget about this. This was for locals. So, for locals, there's a Dino player. I put in this against the Dino player because Lost World kills me. Summons a token that's level 1. I then can't play my network cards. So I just linked it into Link Karibo. And then I was able for me to out the Link Karibo so I can then play. So I kind of forgot this was in my deck when I registered. So yeah, that's just why that's in there. But everything else has a purpose. So Skull Dread if you need to fix your hand. I think I did this once and I drew 2 D barriers against a Despia player. I was like, screw you, man. Underworld Goddess, really good to out in board, stops Eldritch as well. Megaclops was the MVP in this deck. Hardly no one could out this. Megaclops shut down Despia incredibly well. They just couldn't out Megaclops, so absolutely fantastic. Avamax coming clutch against Sky Striker. Sky Striker player just couldn't out Avamax. He had 3 Widow Anchors set. Made Avamax, couldn't play. It was just like, I hate you. And then Appaloosa, format Appaloosa, never wrong. Just never wrong to play Appaloosa. Then finally in the side deck, 3 Contact C. This is what I sided in mainly against Despia because it forces them to go into Chimera or they can't fusion summon. And basically when they go into Chimera, it loses their way to near enough out Megaclops because obviously they lose branded banishment target. So yeah, Contact C I only sided against Despia, every time against Despia, and they really hated it. The other one I ran was Free Draw and Lockbird, mainly against Flunder and against Punk Adventure, because Punk Adventure obviously likes pile decks and also the Dragon Link player, but I never opened it against the Dragon Link player because I'm bad and didn't draw a single hand trap. Basically against pile decks, this is really good because they keep like adding and searching. So yeah, that's basically the only hand traps I ran. Because you're only running you're already running 9 in main, so you had like 15 hand traps to choose from. Then we just ran 3 Twin Twister, 3 Cosmic Cyclone. Came in really clutch against Eldritch and against Sky Striker because I just kept banishing and blowing up the back row and they really hated it. Just more back row hate in case you went up against the back row heavy decks. Then 3 D barrier. So when I know my opponent's making me get, like, in a lot of times when I evenly matched and Lightning Stormed game 1, my opponent forced me to go first. I sided out D barrier and like or sided in D-Barrier and like Cosmic Cyclone or a Twin Twister, depending on what we were against, and just sided out Lightning Storm and evenly matched just to throw them off balance, and it always worked. And yeah, going forward, changes, I'd most probably put 1 D-Barrier in the main, take out, cross out Designator, no, cross out, take out Sales Ban, and 1 Calling, and replace these 4 cards with 1 D-Barrier and crossouts. That's basically how I'd change the deck. So, because I lost so much to D-Barrier this weekend, you cannot believe how much I lost this fucking trap card, and I really hate it. But yeah, that's it for my Numeron deck, guys. I say we made it to 165 out of 850-ish players, give or take. So I will take that. We went 6-4. I would take that. I was happy. I was 1 win off top 128. Tis what it is, unfortunately. And without any further ado, if you enjoyed the deck profile, guys, let me know what you thought. Hit that thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, guys, and have a great day.